We promised them love, but the math doesn't add up.
Why does anyone even get married?
Because they're lonely and because they're hopeful.
It is being called the return of the rom-com. Materialists focuses on a go-to matchmaker whose own romantic life takes a turn when she finds herself in the middle of a love triangle. Now, this new movie stars Dakota Johnson and Chris Evans, who both join me now. Dakota and Chris, great to see you, and welcome to the morning show here in Canada.
Thank you.
Thank you. Likewise.
Dakota, I want to start with you. You play Lucy, who is a matchmaker, who's actually trying to figure out love for herself and realizes it's more than just a calculation. Is that what drew you to this role and to this film?
Sort of. I think what drew me mostly was Celine Song directing and sorry, there's a loud motorcycle outside. And the script, she's just an incredible writer, and everything was so beautiful and felt so, it's all so delicious to say. So I just was excited to make a movie that's a more realistic view on how messy love can be.
Yeah, and Chris, give us your take as well on working for and with a Celine Song, who is obviously celebrated, particularly here in our country, in Canada. What was it like working with her?
It was wonderful. I mean, she writes deeply personal material, and she has a very, very strong idea of what she wants. And as an actor, that's that level of conviction breeds allegiance and comfort. You know, as an actor, when you know that the person steering the ship knows exactly what they're looking for, it gives you the chance to just let go a little bit and trust. And if you color outside the lines, she'll steer you right back in. And that's a nice sense of safety.
Now, Dakota, I've been reading a lot about this movie being the so-called return of the rom-com. Would you agree with that?
I feel like, I mean, I think it's a bit more realistic than, I mean, yes, the answer is yes.
All right, fair. Chris, I think the questions this movie asks are really compelling. Do you expect it might start some conversations with people long after they leave the theater about what exactly the dating scene is like now and just how sometimes, unfortunately, we treat people like commodities?
Yeah,
I hope so.
I hope so. That's the beauty of any movie if you're talking about it afterwards. I think that's why I think, you know, it's easy to try and slip this into the category of rom-com, but there's a little more drama and rom-com drama in this as well, because most rom-coms are a very idealized version of it, whereas this is a little more reflective of life, where it's messy and complex and it's human, and I think Celine does an incredible job of capturing that dynamic.
Yeah, for sure. And Dakota, you sound like you're really hopeful that people might talk about this movie afterwards too.
Yeah, I just think that, like, right now in the world, humans could stand to look within a bit more and work on themselves and see what's really true and what's actually meaningful in life, rather than, you know, material assets.
All right. Well, as I just mentioned, this movie is really compelling, and I think it does ask a lot of really interesting questions. Congratulations to you both on the film, and thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks so much.
And Materialists is in theaters this Friday.